Hello and welcome to our Valentine's Day do-it-yourself arrangement kit. This is what we'll take you through making. It's a little nest basket. It has 5 roses, 2 pussy willows, 2 stems of alstroemeria or chamelia, which are cut up and divided into laterals throughout the arrangement, a heart made out of either myrtle. We'll probably have bear grass, which I couldn't get for today, but the bear grass makes a nicer heart and it's easier to work with. But today we'll be using the myrtle and wax flower. The first thing when you get your kit that would be good to do, necessary to do, is to take out the liner. The foam will be in there already, but the foam will be dry. You want to run water over this until the foam soaks up completely the water, and then even have a reservoir of water left in there. Also, I'll mention now for later that it's good to keep this foam watered. It'll make your flowers last longer. So you can just kind of reach underneath your arrangement, give it a little feel, and water it. Keep it moist. Okay, we're going to start with the arrangement. In your kit, there'll be a heart on a pick. The pick might be a little too long, so I'm just going to break it a little bit. And I'm going to put it at the bottom left. To make the heart out of myrtle, you'll get pieces like this or grass. If it's grass, you'll take 5 pieces on each side. You want to hold them together and trim them to be the same length. These are pretty much the same length. I'm going to trim them a little bit. Fold this one over this way very carefully so it bends and doesn't break. There we go. Fold this one over this way so it bends and doesn't break. There's the heart. It'll be more defined with the grass, which is probably what will be in your kit. And then take this pick and wind it around the base. There's wire attached to the pick. And I'm going to put this kind of opposite the heart at the back right, kind of like diagonal to the wooden heart. Now I'm going to take 2 pussy willows. Going to see how they bend. This one has more of a bend, so I'm going to have this one fall lower and the straighter one fall higher. So I'm going to stagger the heights on them, trim them once they're staggered so that they're the same length at the bottom. And I'm going to put one pretty much nearly in the center and then one just behind it, creating height and depth with the placement. Now it's time to add the roses. 5 roses are in this. And it's a great little piece for a desktop or a tabletop or a table centerpiece. The design is all around, so it looks good from every side. Just thought I'd point that out. Okay, 5 roses. Whoops. That happens sometimes. Just get a new one. Okay. I'm going to start with placing the center rose. I'm going to cut it. You could even use, you want to get it in the foam somewhat, you know, an inch or so deep. So you can even kind of measure it up to the outside and cut it where you think you might like it to fall. So this one's going to go in the center. I'm going to kind of angle it a little bit just to give it a little bit more movement and make it look a little graceful. And the heights of the other roses are staggered. They're not in the same place. There's a little variation in the height, which I think makes it look more interesting. So I'm going to put one right in the front, kind of right over that heart. One kind of next to the center heart, but maybe a little bit more forward and down further. Then I'm going to place one kind of behind this heart, the heart made out of bear grass or myrtle. And then the last one in this space here, kind of behind the pussy willows. Okay. Now I'm going to add the Astro or Tremelia. 2 stems will be in your kit. These have nice long laterals, so I'm going to cut them off right where the laterals meet the stems so that they're the longest they can possibly be. I'm going to do it with the second one. I'm going to clean some of the leaves off the stems. Mostly the leaves that are on the bottom, or any loose petals, or any leaves that look a little bit damaged. Okay. Now I'm going to place these all around the roses, some below where the roses fall and coming forward, some between the roses. Around the back, or maybe in the middle there. This way. Maybe another one over there. Kind of considering the overall shape, and I thought, well, it's got a little space over there, I'll stick that last one there. Your kit will come with a filler, wax flower, or we'll have a few different choices, so whichever one you choose at the time of your kit pickup. And we've got little pieces of the wax flower all around. It really sets it off with the white, and it looks nice with the heart too. And it smells really, really fresh. It has a lemony smell to me, the wax flower. So here. Some of the pieces just have a little bit of a bud. They're beautiful too. I like to use them all up. It's a little bit of a different texture. Oops. Found one of these left that didn't get in there, so I'll place that. I think there's about, there's 5 laterals on each stem. Most of the time, sometimes can be a little bit different in nature. One might only get 4 or whatever, but usually there's 5. Okay, now I'm going to take some more myrtle and all these little pieces and the tip too. I'm going to cut the tip off. That's a nice full piece. And then cut it again. That's a full piece that has like 3 little pieces on it. And these pieces I'll cut individually from the stem. This piece is too. And these can go around, kind of filling it in and giving it a little more interest, separating the flowers from one another, adding a little depth. And lastly, I'll take some of the lemon leaf. There'll be lemon leaf or cedar in your kits. I'm going to double cut this to get 2 pieces out of it because I don't want it coming out too long. Sometimes the leaves are a little bit broken up, so I just kind of cut them into the shape of a leaf. I'm going to take this off because I want enough stem to push into that foam. So that leaf's going to go. And we're just going to kind of go around the base with this. Kind of adding a little bit of a collar, extending the arrangement out beyond the basket a little bit. Another piece of lemon leaf. I'm going to get rid of this folded leaf and get more space on the stem. More space on the stem to get a nice clean poke. And now around the back. Tweak the pussy willows a little bit. And there you have it. Remember to keep the foam watered. You might want to do something completely different with your kit, and that's great too. Just have fun with it and enjoy. Thanks for coming.